We've all come home after a long day and wondered, what are we gonna cook for dinner? Only to realize, my God, I have a frozen meal in the freezer. And your day just gets a little bit better and a little bit easier too. Today, we are gonna be ranking those food experiences from the best all the way down to the worst. And we're gonna start out with a frozen lasagna, or just like a frozen pasta in general. I like these. Usually they have good flavor, they have good texture, they have just an overall package, but they take forever to cook. An hour, if not longer, from start to finish to make them edible, kind of is gonna knock them down a little bit. Just the time it takes, in my opinion, it is worth it to order something over eating one of these. I'm gonna put them in good. Next up, we have tater tots. I moved these away from frozen fries just because I think they are much different than frozen fries as a whole. This is very dependent on how you cook them. Either they are fantastic when you cook them in an air fryer or a deep fryer, or they're just meh if you cook them in the oven. The difference between those two, like cooking methods, makes a huge difference, and it's gonna knock it down from the best just to a pretty good. Next up, we have pogos. I love pogos. I always have. They have fantastic flavor, they have fantastic texture, and they're exceptionally portable. You can take them anywhere. If you want to eat one of these for breakfast, you can take it on a stick, and you can deep throat that bitch and take it right downstairs with you to your car. Pogos are, in my opinion, one of the best frozen foods to have in your freezer, and I am going to put them in the best. Next up, we have frozen appies. I'm talking like mozzarella sticks or just like puff pastries, any of that in the same family. I love these. Almost always they are good quality, and the only thing holding them back is sometimes they can get a little dry, and they do need a little bit of a dip, maybe a marinara or a ranch or something like that. But overall, for what you get and the price that you pay, frozen appies are almost always worth it to have in your freezer for a snack or to take to a party, any of it. I'm gonna put them in the best. And next up, we have a big motherfucking boy, pizza pops.
Pops, weird good.
These are a nostalgia trip for me. I remember these from when I was a goddamn kid. I was hungry, and when mom got pizza pops and she put those in the freezer and you went in there and you dug one out, brother, life was good. If you cook them too hot though, the only downside is that innard part of it, like the actual juice of it, is hotter than uranium rods in a nuclear reactor. And you could never cook them just right. Either they were too cold or they were way too fucking hot. But that's just kind of nitpicky here. Pizza pops only belong in the best.
Nice.
Chicken nuggets are very hit or miss. The quality is either really, really good or really terrible. And the terrible ones, if you overcook those they can become hard as rocks. Obviously, the higher quality ones are gonna be good, but even then, you can overcook them. You can make them too hard. You can make them too gross. And they're very dip dependent a lot of the time. If you make them too dry or cook them a little bit too long, you need to have dip. And in my opinion, that's gonna knock them down a little bit. Plus, they just aren't a full meal, in my opinion, like some of these things. I'm gonna put chicken nuggets and chicken tenders as a whole in just good. We have TV dinners. You have to be a starving, crazy motherfucker to ingest one of these. The food quality on these is literally worse than cafeteria meals. It is atrocious, okay? Do not ingest these unless you are flat broke or insane. They go into the worst. We have frozen pizzas, and the quality and taste and flavor on these varies wildly. It is crazy the difference in these. You can get a delicious, crispy, thin crust pizza, which is usually pretty good, or you can get one of the thick crust that, I don't know, it just ends up soggy in the middle. It's just gross. I'm gonna put frozen pizzas into meh. Next up, we have frozen fries. You might as well just go buy a large pack of fries from McDonald's. The gas and the little bit of price that you're gonna pay for it, it's always gonna be more worth it than buying these. I don't even know why they still have these. They never turn out good. I've never had a good oven fry. Ever. What is the point? Who even buys these anymore? Think about it. Just think about it. Goes into the worst. And last, but certainly not least, we have frozen burritos. Just like pizza pops, you either heat them up absolutely perfect or too hot, or they're just not quite warm enough yet. You have to put them in, and then when you reheat them, they often get too hot, and the insides taste like lava. I think pizza pops as a whole, on this like general handheld thing, are better. But frozen burritos are still pretty damn good. The only ones that I don't really like are the bean and cheese. Why do they put them in? Why do they even have them? The beef and bean or any of the other ones are much better in the multi-packs, and that's usually what you're buying anyways, right? I'm gonna put frozen burritos into pretty good. And that, my friends, is my frozen foods tier list. These are the frozen foods that you should have in your freezer right now, especially on the top. And the ones on the bottom, just what's the point? Just avoid them. There's no point. Unless you're flat broke, or whatever, just don't buy them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it feels good to be back with a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.